us discuss the questions given in exercise 5D. So here the first question is, two factor trees of a number 540 are given, complete them. So if you will go through your book, you will find that two factor trees given. Whatever the factor trees we have discussed, both methods are given there for the same number. So you have to fill the blanks. There are some place which are vacant in that factor tree. So you have to fill with the exact numbers which are to be placed there. So out of this I am doing the bit B for you. Now if you will see here 540 we have, and in the first step we are breaking 540 as the product of two numbers, where one of the number is given 54. Then what should be the other number? If in case you are unable to guess, what you will do is you divide 540 by 54, then ultimately you will get the required number. So we all know any number multiplied by 10 will give its tens. So 54 multiplied by tens will give you 54 tens, that is 540. So we will get a 10 here, right? So 54 tensa is 540, where 10 can be represented as the product of 2 and 5, isn't it? 2 5s is 10, over, clear. Now 54 can be represented as product of which two numbers? Like 2 multiplied by how much is 54? Suppose you don't know, then what you will do, children? Here you will divide 54 by 2. If you divide 54 by 2, how much will you get? You get 27. You can see here, you can do the short division. 54 you divide it by 2. 2 how many times will go for 5? 2 2s are 4, and you get the remainder 1. 1 for 14, 2 7s are 14. This means 27 2s is 54, right? Now further this 27 is broken into the product of 3 and some number. So 3 how many times is 27? We know that 3 9s is 27, isn't it? Now 9 can be further broken as 3 3s are 9. So finally we have filled all the empty places given in this. So we have completed our factor tree. Okay, this is the way how you have to take help of the short division and try to find out the numbers which you are not given. So in the first case, where you are given the 540, which one I have not done for you, the prime factorization by factor tree method, that you have to do it by this method only. So take help of the short division methods and try to fill the empty places. Next we have in question number 2, fill in the boxes to complete the division method of prime factorization. In question number 2, you are already given how to do the short division. Everything is given. Okay, but there are few blank spaces are there, where the blank space, in those blank space you have to fill with some numbers. So which appropriate number can be placed at that place, you have to write down. So as we already discussed that whenever we are going for prime factorization of any number by short division method, we have to try to divide it by prime numbers only. So let us see how to do it. One, I am going to help for you. So here we have the question number 2. I am not writing the question, only I am writing the directly going for the bits. So here which one shall I do? I am going for the bit B. Okay. So you are given like this, right? 2. This place is blank, isn't it? Now here you have one more blank space, and you are given 525, and further you have 5 and 175, right? And here again blank spaces are given. Then finally you have a 7 at the end here. Okay, so let's see how shall we do this. How shall we do this? See, first we are going to divide this number by 2 so that we will get this quotient. Now how will you get this number? We can multiply these two numbers. By multiplying these two numbers we will get this number. So here you multiply 525, you multiply by 2. So 2 5s are 10, 1 carry, 2 2s are 4 plus 1 5, 5 2s are 10. So you get here how much? You get here 1050, 1050. Understood? Now here what will be the number by which you can factorize or divide 525 such that you get 175? See, we cannot divide it by 2 or 3. We cannot divide it by 2 or 3 or whatever. So by what number you can divide, that you can find out. Okay, find out by dividing 525 by 175. Right, 175 how many times will go? It will go 3 times. 3 times. 3 5s are 15, 5 and 1, 7 3s are 21, plus 1 22 and 2, 3 2 5. Right, so you get a 3 here. You get a 3 here. Children, don't get confused. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 525 you will get 1050, and 3 multiplied by 175 will give you 525. So you can either, if in case you want the number that is to be written here inside, that you can find by multiplying these two. If you want, in case want this prime factor using this number, then what you will do, you have to divide these two to get this prime factor. Now again, once again, 5 is given. Here this number is not given. So whenever you want this dividend, what you will do? We will try to divide 175. Yes, 5 how many times will go for 175? 5 3s are 15, right? 5 3s are 15, 25, 5 5s are 25. Okay, now again we have 35 here. 7 how many times is 35? 5 7s is 35. So it is all your guesswork, as well as you have to go for all the possible ways that you can follow to find them. Like you can, sometimes you will multiply these two numbers, as this part is always a quotient for your partial division. So 2 multiplied by this number will give you the quotient over here, or the number which we want here. Okay, so in this way you have to think of which number is to be coming at which place. Okay, next we have even question number A. The bit A also I will help you in solving. Okay, so let me see how to solve the bit A also. Here bit A you have 160. Okay, so what are given to you? Here you are given 2 and 80. Then you are given 40. Then you are given 20. Then one more. Here you have 5. Okay, these rest of the places you have to fill. These gaps you have to fill. So come on, let's try. Okay, whatever number you will get here, that number and the product of 80 should be equal to 160. So how can you find this? You can find this by dividing 160 by 80. 80 how many times is 160? 82 is 160. So 2 80s is 160. Next 2 4s and 0s are 2 40s is 80. Then further 2 20s is 40. Then 2 10s is 20. And how many times of 5 is 10? 2 5s are 10. So it's very simple. It's very simple. So you have to keep in your mind the prime factorization how you have learned for the short division method or by the division method. So you have to follow that, and every time you have to guess that definitely you will get a prime number at this place and here composite numbers, right? So you have to go for that very carefully. You have to do this. So the last bit C is for you. It is completely only the number 162 is given and all the boxes are empty. So you have to completely do that factorization, prime factorization by the division method. Okay, the next question we have question number 3. Obtain the prime factorization of the following number by factor tree method and division method. So here you have to find the prime factors or do the prime factorization of every number by both the methods. You have to do or find the prime factorization by division method as well as by factor tree method. So let's see. I am going to help you for one sum, then the rest you have to do by yourself. Okay, so let's see. This is question number 3. Question number 3. So for which number shall I do? I am doing for the number 765, right? This is bit E. Bit E 765. Done. So we have to prime factorize 765 by both the methods, by factor tree method and by division method. So first let us solve it by factor tree method. So by factor tree method. So 765 we are given. We know that 765 can be divisible by 5 as we have 5 in the units place. Even just go for the sum of the numbers. 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 plus 5 is 18. So even this number can be divisible by 3 also. So let us go to the least factor first. Let us go to the least factor, prime factor. So 3. How many times it will go? 3 how many times? How many times it will go? 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15, 3 5s are 15. Further, this can be again divisible by 3. 3 can be a factor of it. Yes, how many times it will go? 3 how many times? Yes, 3 8s are 24 and 3 5s are 15. Further, this can be divisible by 5. 5 how many times? See, every time I am dividing by a prime number only. 5 how many times it will go? 5 1s are 5. Yes, 5 7s are 35. Now 17 itself is a prime number. It has factors only 1 and 17 itself. So these are the required prime factors, or the prime factorization is done. So 765 can be written as the product of 3 into 3 into 5 into 17. So here our prime factorization is done with the help of factor tree. Now what is the other method we have to adopt? The other method is by prime or by division method, isn't it? By division method. So what we will do? We will go for the same number 765. Go for the division method. So here we will adopt the short division method, or as the things given to you in your book, like you can draw the horizontal and the vertical line to divide them. So here let us do like this. So as it ends with 5, we can divide it by 5. 5 how many times will go? For 7, 5 1s are 5, then 26, 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15. This can be divisible by 3, 3 5s are 15, 3 1s are 3. This can be again divisible by 3, 3 1s are 3, 7s are 21. Okay, then for the 17 1s are 17. So the prime factorization of 765 is 3 into 3 into 5 into 17. Just you see, both the cases we got the same factors, same prime factors, product of same prime factors. So we are successful in representing 756 as the product of prime numbers. So this is the method of factor tree method, and this is by short division method. Okay children, the next question we have, write all the factors, write all the factors, factor pairs, prime factors and composite factors of 210. So what you have to do, you have to write 210. Okay, so we have so many different methods of finding the factors. So many methods we have learned till now. So we have learned how to find the factors of any number. We found how to find the prime factors of any number. Even we found how to write down the composite factors or in the form of factor pairs. Like if you will go for the number 210. Okay, now if you are asked to write all the factors, then what you will do? First you will write down 210 and start dividing by counting numbers, isn't it? And after dividing it by counting numbers, you will go for writing all the factor pairs. So 210. So you get a factor pair, write 1 210 is 210. Then you divide it by 2. If you are dividing it by 2, how much you are getting? Do the short division here. 2 how many times it will go? 2 1s are 2, 0s are and 5. So here we got 2 and 105 as the factor pair of 210. Then you try to divide it by 3. We know that 3 7s are is 21. So you get 70. So 3 multiplied by 70 will give you 210. So 3 and 70 is one more factor pair. Then divide it by 4. If you divide 210 by 4, 4 5s are 20 and you get a remainder 1, and 10 cannot be divisible by 4. So it is impossible to divide by 4. So let's come to divide by 5. It can be divisible by 5 because we have a 0 at the unit place. So 5 how many times it will go? 5 4s are 20 and 5 2s are 10. So 5 and 42 is another factor pair of 210. Next write down by what number it can be divisible. 5. 6. 6 how many times it will go? 6 3s are 18. 18. Okay, 6 3s are 18. Can it be divisible by 6? Let us take the help of divisibility rule. See here 210 is divisible by 2 as well as divisible by 3. So ultimately it will be divisible by 6. So 210 can also be divisible by 6. So 6 how many times it will go? 6 3s are 18. 18, then 30, 6 5s are 30. So you get 6 35s is 210. Then go for 7. Can it be divisible by 7? Yes, it is divisible by 7. 210 can be divisible by 7 by giving 30 as the quotient. So 7 30s is 210. Right. Next number 210, can it be divisible by 9? If the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, then the number will be divisible by 9. So 2 plus 1 plus 0. It is 3. Is 3 is divisible by 9? No. So it cannot be divisible. Can it be divisible by 8? No, it cannot be divisible by 8. Then let us go for 10. Can it be divisible by 10? Yes, as it has a 0 in its unit place, it can be divisible by 10. You get 21 tens are 210. Okay. Can it be divisible by 10? Yes, it can be divisible by 10, and we get the quotient. How much? 21. So 10 21s is 210. Okay. Next we have 210 divided by 12. Can it be divisible by 12? It cannot be. Okay. Then comes the number 14. It can be divisible by 14. 14, how many times it will go? 14 ones are 14. 14 ones are 14, and 14 fives are is 70. You get the remainder 7. Okay. And 70. Then after 14, what is the number? We get 14 15s are is 210. After 14, we have the number 15. Okay. So 210 15, if you will divide 210 by 15, you get 14. Already we came to know that 15 is a factor of 210, which gives us the idea that 15 can exactly divide 210. So here we will not go further for finding the factors. So here we will stop. With this, we have all the factor pairs or all the factors of 210. Now let us come back to the question and try to write down the answers one by one. At first, you are given in question number 4, at first you are given in bit A all the factors. You have to write all the factors. So write down all the factors. What are all the factors? So we got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, 15, 21, 30, 35, 42, 70, 105 and 210. So you have to write down all of this. Okay. You have to write down all of this. So write down . 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, 15, 21, 30, 35, 42, 70, 105 and 210. Got it? The next question we have the bit B. The bit B, what he has asked? He has asked factor pairs. Factor pairs. Yes, what are the factor pairs? We got the factor pairs here. What are the factor pairs? The first factor pair is, the first factor pair, what did you get? 1 and 210. 1 and 210. Then the next one is 2, 105. Then 3, 70. Then 5, 42. Next one 6, 35. Then 7 and 30. Right. Then 10, 21. What's the last one? 14 and 15. Got it? Right. So these are the factor pairs. Next, what we have to write? We have to write the prime factors. So how will you find the prime factors? We have learned just now two methods, short division method and the factor tree method. You can adopt any one of the method to find the prime factors. So I would like to prefer the short division method. So let us find out. Bit C, you have to find all the prime factors, right? You have to find all the prime factors. So let's do the prime factorization of 210 by division method. As it is ending with 0, we can divide it by 2. 2 ones are, 2 zeros are, 5s are. 2 how many times? 2 5s are 10. Sorry, it cannot be divisible by 2. It can be divisible by 5. Okay, or 3 also. 3 3s are 9. 3 5s are 15. Okay, this further can be divisible by 5. 5 7s are 35 and 7 1s are 7. So here the prime factors are, what are the prime factors, children? Prime factors are 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. What is it equal to? It is equal to 210. 210 is equal to 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. Understood? What is the next bit is given to you? Write down the composite factors of 210. The composite factors of 210 means at first we have written all the factors of 210. So here you can prime factorize and write down. You can write down prime factorize and write down the prime factors, but composite factors, what you will do, you will just select the composite numbers among all the factors of 210 and write them. Okay, so let us write them. Question number D is writing the composite factors. So from here itself only you choose the composite factors. See, 1 is neither prime nor composite, 2 is prime number, 3 is also prime, 5 is also prime. The first composite factor we got here. Okay, the first composite factor we got here 6, then next is 10, then 14, then 15, 21, 30, 35, 42, 70, 105, 210, the number itself. All these are the composite factors. All these are the composite factors of the number 210. Right? So this is the solution for question number 4. So children, I would like to give you one more question, that is find all these for any one more number. Okay, the number is 128. The number is 128. So I will write in the book and I will give it to you. So you try to find out all of these, like writing all the factors, finding all the prime factors, finding all the composite factors. Okay, even writing the factor pairs for the number 128. So this is one of the homework for you, as I have done question number 4 completely for you. So you also have to try to solve. So try this for 128 and do it in your notebook itself. Okay, so children, as we have discussed all these things, all the sums of exercise 5D, whatever the remaining sums you have, you do them, and I will give you a worksheet too. So you solve all the sums of the worksheet in your math notebook itself, and whatever the doubts will be there, we will discuss in tomorrow's class. Okay, thank you.